The recent clampdown on protesters at the Lekki toll gate has derived reactions from Nigerians, as we saw various young Nigerians at the toll gate being arrested for protesting. Nigerians have said that this is an unjustful act. We are here this morning to get the views of Nigerians on this topic. And we're also looking at the directive and statement by the Miyetti Allah saying that they will revenge on every cow that has been killed in the southwest. What do you think about this statement? Should the southwest be afraid of this statement from the leaders of the Miyetti Allah? This is Vox Pop of Flip TV. I am your uncle, Christian.
Federal government, they are not serious. I don't even know who is governing us right now, because you being a Nigerian, a number one citizen of a country, and with the atrocity, violence here and there, you are just calm, so silent. I want to even ask a question. We all voted Buhari now. Without our vote,
majority of Nigerians,
yes, voted in. So what do we deserve to go through all this mess? It's really shame. Believe me, like me, I actually believe Buhari could do more than this. One, is a leader. Secondly, he has been there before. There is a way to go about things, not by you trying to show to people that this is who you are. No matter what is happening, this is your interest.
Don't you blame Nigerians? Because I was there at the protest ground.
Okay.
People did not come out. Just few.
But some came.
Very few.
Few. I wouldn't.
The policemen were more than.
I wouldn't blame them, because we are actually not practicing democracy. Had it been we are practicing democracy, many of us should have been there, because we knew quite well that this government, they do things with force, and it shouldn't be.
Does it mean that there's nothing we can do?
There is, like what we are doing now. It's part of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Media, that is the only way we can finish him. And quote me, in 3 years' time now, he'll be out of there. So what would people say about him? What would people say about him? So let's just keep believing that as a Nigerian, we still have a better day.
My second question. Now, the Fulani herdsmen under the umbrella of Miyetti Allah said that they are going to resist, they are going to revenge on the southwest.
For me, I'm very young, but during my teenagers age, we used to, in our village, we used to see Fulanis, cattle riots. But for me, these present Fulanis, they have different ambition from the old ones, from the old Fulanis. Old Fulani, normal Nigerian Fulanis, they are peacemaker. But this one, I believe they migrate from neighborhood country. So they have nothing to lose if eventually they gain in, how do I put it? They have nothing to lose in Nigeria, because they are not Nigerians. It is we Nigerians that we have all what it takes to protect our nation.
Should we be afraid?
Should we be afraid in our land?
They are going to revenge.
No, afraid of foreigners in our land. No, never.
They have the support of the
support of the top.
Yeah.
Who are the top? The Buhari there. Why will I be support of them?
What they have, the Fulani headers, they have the support of the top.
It shows. It
Who
shows.
will be afraid if
See, it shows. Buhari body language tells. It doesn't take Buhari to declare those people as terrorists. But he kept calm, saying nothing. So that shows that there is something fishing. He is showing he has interest in them. Why?
I want to tell all the Nigerians that, good morning viewers, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. You understand? You don't expect everybody, because automatically an average Nigerian is afraid of first men. I myself, I passed there by the toll gate and I saw the mopo that were parading. But at the end of the day, why do you want to deprive people from their freedom? Why do you want to deprive people from their
Exercising their rights.
Exercising their rights? In this, I think I remember I think it has to do with the foreign country that they wanted to impose some certain judgment to university students. They protest. Yeah, are you getting it? None. The youth are asking questions because this government called the youth lazy youth. The youth are asking questions. Who ordered the shooting in toll gates? You don't want to answer them. You want to reopen the toll gates. My brother, use your hand and count your teeth. You understand? That's all life be. If the youths come out, even in a 5, you kill those 5, another 5 will come out. Gradually, we will get what we want from these our elders. Gradually, we will get what we want. That is it.
Now, the Mietiala has threatened to attack and revenge on the southwest. Should we be afraid?
Is that
The Mietiala, they are threatening to attack, to revenge on the cows that were killed in the southwest. So my question this morning, should we be afraid?
the question is, the southwest in here, I love their effort for the fact that they have this Omotekun of a thing.
And Sunday Igbo,
I don't want to mention Brother Sunday because Brother Sunday is a good man. I love him perfectly well. Brother Sunday is a good man. So, but the question now is, I just want the southwest. If you heard that someone is coming to your house to steal, kill, and destroy, be vigilant. You understand? I thank God. That's why I always tell them good morning because they have wake up. So please stand up and stand well. If somebody tell you that I'm coming to your house to attack you, so you stand well. Good morning.
thank you.
About this planning matter, I know say that it's from government. Because if government standing about all of the problem of the planning and anybody, I know say that matter is small thing. Because no past government, I know, the thing no past government. Unless government no want to put eye to about that kind of people. We know say all that people they are, but we people, outside people like we, about this Sokoto, Zampara, Katsina, like this Lela local government to Birni Kebbi State. All that planning people must to stop us. Around the road, like last week, as I came, on that night around after 3:30 in the night, we are reached Lord. After Lord, before we enter Oyo, and block roads. So we have no movement like in 2 hours, and no any policemen there. We are not seeing any element of the road. Before we see chance to pass, we are going to see the kill somebody there, and they are parking the road, they scatter the whole motorway there on the road. And all of these countries planning. And planning can hold AK-47. I think how these people can get that kind of gun. People were there inside bush and get AK-47. And government don't see, not people. We people they suffer about all this. Like we farming, something where they cost outside, like beans, this rice, guinea corn. We are farming them, and they don't allow us to bring it out. If you want to bring it out, you must pay the money before you are bringing. If you are not planning, if you are not paid the money, you must go and scatter the whole to go there. Whether they use fire to burn the bush, whether they use their cow, scatter your farming. If you not pay, whether they use gun, shoot you, die there. And some the enters village like that, begin to kill people anyhow. Small picking and the men and women, kidnapping and them. You don't know how this life is.
So they pray may nothing, may wahala not to happen, not happening.
I know the pray all of this kind of wahala they happen like that. We like everybody may pray for life. That's my prayer to God. I pray that.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Your name, sir?
You see, it is fine thing, but this protester to me, federal government has a right.
No, we have a right to protest as Nigerians.
Let me see. Federal government has a right because federal government holds us in Nigeria. What are we protest for? Federal government say no. Everything must come from you. If we try this time around, it will be more worse for us. Look at police, say they are ready for we civilians. Though really nobody was happy how the country will be. You can be a graduate, look at me, I be a graduate, I'm standing on the bus stop. It's painful. But in a developer, even the common Ghana there, they know wake up this morning, they know what next to do. But protest is not the solution to us. I was saying something yesterday, our foundation is very rough. So we should go back to the foundation and build up ourselves. Protest today, life will die, life will waste it. We are not getting, at the end of the day, nothing will gain out of it.
How do we work on our foundation if we don't take an action? We don't protest or do some of the necessary things to do.
But watch what happened in Greece about 4 days or 5 days ago. They come out as a union in Bonn. They speak their mind to their government. This is what we want. And government give them assurance. They give us assurance. Don't worry, go back home. We will do whatever you want, more than what they want. That is called. But our own here, destroy property over there, shouting over now. They stop people.
Justice have not been served for those that were killed at the Lekki massacre. There's no justice. That's why they are protesting that they need justice. If no justice is served, they would not want that place to be open.
But now, they know say this thing is in the court already. And then let the court fight this thing out, not to win. You can't stop the court, but it's a government on their own. That's what I tell the president. Until let court one day say they are tired, but the court is still there. They're still searching. On one day, court matter can take 1 year, 2 years, but will surely come to pass one day. The judgment will surely come to pass, but not by me and you take blood to our hand.
There will be talk from protesters. They are just backing dogs. You know, they back and back and back and come out with nothingness. So each and every time they talk and threaten, they won't take action. So the youth should know that we run a government that doesn't stand by its promises. So it's just a mere backing of the dog. If they know they can do something, let them come out that day and challenge the youths. When we were doing Endsars last year, September, when it started last year, October, sorry, they thought it was a child play. But then, at the end of the day, we came out with good results. I mean the youths. I was among the youths. So when they are threatening the youth, again, not to go to Toge to block this kind of rubbish decision they have taken, they are backing dogs. They are not going to go do anything. You are trying to tell those youths, don't come out.
They did something, they killed people.
Listen. You are trying to threaten the youth now. Do you know what the youth are trying to come out with? Do you know the minds of the youth? Do you know what the youth have put in place in terms of resistance? Resisting any nonsense from Nigerian government. I'm telling you, look, this government, they don't have conscience, they are clueless, they don't have mission. I'm telling you, they have failed in terms of competence. They have failed us. Instead of being emotional, instead of calming down the youth, instead of saying something reasonable, they are saying things that twist the air. Thank you. That will excite, fuel violence. I think understand. This kind of statement is not emotional. See, they're not using emotional tactics this time around, but they are fueling the crisis more to rise higher than that of last year. You hang somebody, you pay condolence visit, you threaten the family of the victim as well. What do you think that community or the kinsmen of the victim should revolt? Thank you so much. They lack competence. What I see here is buffoonery and quackery. We are running a government that is blind, visionless, if you ask me. Toll gate protests, they killed many youths there. They are trying to threaten youth not to come out. Let me tell you, there are Nigerians now that are not afraid of death. Death is certainty that once. But I tell you, God has programmed it that they are the ones that should be killed this time around. They are going to die.
Let's talk about Latif Jankode that died yesterday. One of the best governors in Lagos State. Have left legacies that will last beyond some other governors. I've spent 8 years and we have not really seen anything. So what will you say about Latif Jakonde?
Oh, Latif Jakonde, may his soul rest in peace. The best governor Lagos State has ever heard. I'm telling you that. During the time of Chagari, in 1979 to 83.
Yeah, that was his tenure.
Onuna Akambakwe, the whipping governor of Imo State. You mentioned Jakonde, Lati Jakonde, Baba. He was the best then. Followed by Onuna Akambakwe. If you measure the size of Lagos State, the kind of amenities here, measure the size of Imo State, the kind of amenities there, you will just unify the two governors together as the best governors then during Chagari regime. Jakonde built Lagos with all the resources available at hand then. Jakonde did not compromise. Jakonde is the right elderly statesman we have in the southwest here until death just took him away, I think yesterday or day before yesterday. I tell you, many doxologies, eulogies, praises coming out from all angles of the country. But what thing I have to say is this: why not emulate him? Why not behave like him? Why not follow the trail blazed by him? Why are you saying all manner of good things about him? You usurpers and political vultures of this country, you should have followed the step of Jakonde, not just praises and doxologies and eulogies and encomium. When you praise somebody and you don't behave like him, you are just like same backing dogs, as I said earlier. May his soul rest in peace.
It is a memorable something that whenever, even though now, whenever I sight there, I remember my lost brothers and sisters who fight for the freedom of we Nigerians. But I don't think it's only the government doesn't want to reason what the poor people are saying. They just want to do on their own. Nigeria government is just doing everything on their own. They are not doing of. We are just saying that we are going to vote them. They are not remembering us when they go there. They just after their money. All the money they made in Lagos is not okay for them. They are still going to open. They don't even want to remember the loss of people that lost there. I know if they will still want to kill, they will kill more. Because I myself will still go there.
So you advise people to go tomorrow?
If I can see my masses, we can go. Let them kill the remaining of us. So that is what I say.
Let's talk about Latif Jakonde died yesterday.
It is a painful. This is the only man I saw as in Nigeria in my age. The only all this political and governor, the man doesn't know about. Can you imagine a former governor of Lagos State was just and all the schools, everything, all this bridge, he's the one that did it. I pray that his soul may rest in perfect peace. Not all this new government that we are having, they will die through blank light in Jesus' name.